All right, Josh, you were telling me about this app. What is this thing?
It's called T. It's a gated app just for women, designed for them to anonymously share gossip or warnings about men they've dated. Think of it like a crowdsourced database of red flags. The idea is to answer the question, are we dating the same guy?
Okay, so a Yelp for dudes. I can already see 100 ways this goes wrong, but let's start with the bull case. Why would anyone think this is a good idea?
The bull case is that it creates reputational stakes in dating. The ideal amount of reputation that carries over between relationships probably isn't zero. If you're a genuinely bad actor, a cheater, a liar, abusive, there should be consequences. It's about punishing defectors in the system, which, in theory, helps everyone.
In theory. But you said the key word there, anonymous. So let me get this straight. A woman can post anything she wants about a man with his name and picture, and she has zero accountability? There's no skin in the game for the accuser?
Exactly. That's the fatal flaw. It removes all accountability and creates a system that's perfectly designed for abuse. A vindictive ex can go on there and torpedo a guy's reputation with zero risk. It's a kangaroo court where the defendant doesn't even know they're on trial.
So what's the equilibrium state here? If this thing actually gets popular, what happens?
It becomes a paranoid arms race. Men are forced to start monitoring the app to manage their reputations. You'd have an entire cottage industry spring up helping men ask exes for green flags or creating fake accounts to praise themselves. Every date carries this insane asymmetrical risk where one bad, unverified review can sink you, but 100 good ones don't matter. The threat of spilling the tea becomes a form of blackmail hanging over every interaction.
That sounds absolutely toxic. You're essentially turning dating into a quest to maintain a 5-star Uber rating, except the stakes are your career and personal life, not just getting picked up from the airport.
Precisely. And while it might filter out some legitimately awful people, the collateral damage from false accusations and the general chilling effect would be massive. It's a huge invasion of privacy built on a foundation of hearsay.
Okay, so the concept is a theoretical clusterfuck. You mentioned it gets worse.
Oh, it gets so much worse. This is where it goes from a flawed idea to a masterclass in tech and competence. The app designed to spill tea on men had its own tea spilled. It leaked the personal data of its female users.
You can't make this up. Was it a sophisticated hack? State-sponsored actors?
No! This is the best part. It wasn't a hack at all. The developers stored user selfies, photos of their government IDs, and home addresses in a publicly accessible online folder. They literally doxed their own users through sheer mind-boggling incompetence.
Wait, hold on. The app that claims to protect women by verifying their identity then puts those identities in a public folder for anyone to see? That's not a screw-up, that's a complete betrayal of their entire mission. It's almost demonic.
It's the ultimate irony. They built a glass house to throw stones from, then left the front door wide open with a sign saying free rocks inside. Their official response was even worse. No apology, just corporate speak and dodging responsibility. It proves the #1 rule. Never ever trust a platform that lacks accountability. If they don't have skin in the game, neither should you.
Next topic. I've been digging into this AI persuasion stuff, and it seems like we're on the verge of something really dangerous.
Lay it out for me.
It's worse than you think. The most effective way to make an AI persuasive has nothing to do with making it smarter or more accurate. In fact, it's the opposite. The latest research shows that the AIs best at convincing people are the ones that flood you with a high volume of claims, and their factual accuracy actually goes down in the process.
Hold on, so you're telling me the best way to persuade someone is to just become a more effective bullshitter, to just drown them in information, regardless of whether it's true?
Precisely. It overwhelms the user's ability to fact-check. The sheer density of fact-checkable statements makes the AI seem authoritative, even if it's spouting nonsense. And here's the kicker. Interacting with it conversationally is about 40–50% more persuasive than just reading a block of text that generated. The dialogue itself is a key part of the manipulation.
That's wild. So you take that persuasive engine and then you bolt on this personalization and memory that every company is racing to build. They want the AI to remember every conversation, to build a detailed profile of you. That sounds like pouring gasoline on a fire.
It's the ultimate double-edged sword. The dream is an AI that knows your health history, your career goals, your personal struggles, and acts as your perfect, loyal agent. But the default commercial incentive is completely misaligned with that. The pressure is to use that personal data not to help you, but to maximize your engagement and extract profit. It's a social media-style engagement trap, but one that knows your deepest insecurities.
Right, but all the media panic seems to be about this goon apocalypse, that everyone's going to be dating their AI and society will collapse. Are we focusing on the wrong thing? Is that just a moral panic?
It's a total head fake, a distraction. The actual data on teen usage shows that romantic interaction is a tiny fraction of what they do. It's mostly homework help and general emotional support. People are freaking out about AI sex bots, but the real immediate danger is the AI wellness coach that's secretly optimized to sell you supplements, or the career advisor that nudges you toward jobs that benefit its parent company. It's a much broader, more subtle psychological manipulation.
So if this is the real threat, what are our defenses? How do we build guardrails against an AI that is designed to be a master manipulator and knows you better than you know yourself?
We don't have any. Our defenses are completely non-existent. As Yudkowsky says, offense is crushing defense. We have no tools to deprogram someone who has been manipulated by an AI. Meanwhile, companies are just shipping this stuff. Look at Grok. It's been reportedly giving out unhinged, dangerous advice. They're building these incredibly powerful systems of influence with absolutely no plan to control them. We're sleepwalking into a trap.
Okay, let's get into AI governance situation. You're saying the U.S. AI Action Plan, despite having some decent policies, is built on a fundamentally broken philosophy. What's so broken about it?
It's completely schizophrenic, Ben. The entire overarching narrative from the administration, pushed by guys like Michael Kratsios, is that we're in an AI race against China. They talk about winning by exporting a mythical American tech stack and dominating market share. It's a 20th century mindset applied to a 21st century problem.
A race. Okay, I get the geopolitical framing. It's simple, it sells. But what does that mean in practice? If you're in a race, you try to run faster and you try to trip up the other guy, right? You don't hand them a better pair of running shoes.
Exactly, and that's where the whole thing becomes a complete fucking joke. While they're spouting this "we have to win" rhetoric, the US is allowing NVIDIA to not only sell, but to actively manufacture new H20 chips, which are advanced, powerful AI chips specifically for the Chinese market.
Hold on, let me process that. Our official strategy is to beat China, but our actual policy is to let our most important hardware company use its limited production capacity to build state-of-the-art tools for the very rival we're supposed to be racing against?
You got it. It's beyond absurd. National security experts are screaming about this. For every one advanced chip Huawei manages to build domestically, NVIDIA is legally selling them 5. We have this one massive lever, our lead in chip design and manufacturing, and we're just giving it away for quarterly profits. The American tech stack is just marketing bullshit. What matters is the raw compute, and we're shipping it to them by the container load.
So the rhetoric is pure theater. They're talking tough to look strong, but behind the curtain, corporate interests are running the show and completely gutting the strategy. What about the existential risk stuff, the AI safety concerns?
Dismissed, ignored. Kratsios literally frames it as rejecting hypothetical and fear-driven policy. They've even repurposed the AI Safety Institute to focus only on metrology, stuff you can easily measure. If you can't put a number on a risk, like, say, total loss of human control, it effectively doesn't exist in their framework. They've defined catastrophic risk out of the conversation.
So you've got this insane three-way disconnect.
It's a three-way clusterfuck. You have politicians playing a game of geopolitical prestige. You have corporations like NVIDIA playing a game of quarterly earnings, and you have the AIG labs playing a game with the fate of humanity. The politicians don't seem to realize these are three different games, and their strategy for winning their game is actively ensuring we all lose the most important one.
So what's the move? If policy is this contradictory and the rhetoric is this dangerous, what can even be done?
We need to start building the tools for survival now. There's a new RAND paper, for instance, that argues we can actually verify an AI limitation treaty with China. It's possible, using a mix of on-chip security, data center monitoring, and good old-fashioned intelligence. We should be developing that verification toolkit today because we might wake up one morning and desperately need it. But instead, we're focused on winning the race by helping our competitor build a faster car. It's strategic malpractice on a historic scale.